video about stuff with Tom Hardy.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do a wax mesh. We're stringing up a new stick for my son, and we're going to put on some wax mesh, so I thought I'd just show you how I do it. I buy bricks of wax. This is beeswax, and this is regular candle wax. Just get them at your local craft store or whatever. And my mixture is 1/3 beeswax and 2/3 regular candle wax. Beeswax is more expensive, but I like the way it turns out with beeswax, so I try to use it. Some people just use the cheap candle wax, and I don't think it comes out as good. So I'm going to cut the wax, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I got my wax cut. I do a lot because I have a pan, real cheap pan that I bought that I use for wax, and so actually it's a brand new pan. I haven't used it for wax yet, but it's going to be my wax pan, and I'll just heat up the wax, and then when I'm done with it, I will just leave it in there for next time, and it'll harden and just need to be reheated. Alright, let me show you what I got going here. So I put my wax in the thing, and I've got a bigger pot of water here. This can be a regular pot that you use for cooking because you're not going to get any wax in it, or you shouldn't. Fill it with water, or put water in it. You don't have to fill it necessarily. And then you're going to pop this one with the wax in there. It's called a double boiler. You might have a real double boiler at home, but you don't want the wax to sit right on the burner because it'll burn. But you know, if you have a double boiler, cool. If you don't, two pots work fine. And my water was just about boiling, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit, but the wax is already melting quite a bit. Get you in there. See it moving around. So just let that melt, and then we'll move on. Alright guys, so once you have your wax all melted in your double boiler, you're going to grab the mesh, and you're just going to dip it in like this. You're going to make sure you get everywhere. Stretch out the mesh first. Also, if it's used mesh, you want to wash it. This was not used. And you want to open up all the diamonds so it gets into the nooks and crannies. Just really hit it everywhere. You want that wax to be all over. Alright, let it drip for a minute. I had dunked it about a couple minutes before I started recording, so it's well covered at this point. You want to get out your paper towels and just slide it over here. Open it up a little bit, stretch it out. Just get the diamonds open. Should be good. I let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes, and then there's going to be excess wax. You can see it's kind of white. Probably can't see it from over there, but you're going to hit it with a hair dryer and kind of just melt that wax off, and drip it onto the paper towels or into the mesh. But we'll do that in about 10 minutes. All right, so it's been 10 or 15 minutes. Look at that. Solid. But it's pliable, so if you have a bend and you want to straighten it out, boom, straightened out. It's really good to string with. You stringers who've never tried it, it's different, but it's cool. So right now I'm gonna see this. It's in the sun. So there's little wax flakes, not too many. It actually came out pretty clean. But I'm gonna hit it with the hair dryer and then get rid of all that, and then I can string it up. So after you blow dry it and get all that excess wax off, it's pliable again. So this is a good time. If you have any kinks, it's a good time to straighten them out. So you know when you're stringing and you have a kink or a bunched or a problem area on your side where you double up, the way that the diamond behaves on the double up could be different from one side to the next. So this is when it's pliable like this, it's a good time to go through and just kind of make sure everything looks all right. And if you're stringing or if you're waxing mesh to sell, it's not very efficient to use a hairdryer. So if you've got a bunch, you can just put them on a cookie sheet, throw them in the oven on real low, like 150, 200 for a couple minutes, and it'll just get all that excess wax off. So that's looking good. Now I've reheated it, and I didn't lose any wax really. I mean, just the thick chunks, which I don't mind. But look, it's now pliable again. So I'm going to let it dry again for about 10 minutes, and then it's ready to string. I'll stretch it out where I want my pocket. Alright, just leave it alone. Anyway, that's the best part, so make sure you do that, because it's really cool to peel it off. Actually, kids, don't try that last part with the wax. It's hot and it hurts. You aren't nearly as tough as me. Yay! I have this now. Woohoo! This is my son's new stick. It's he wanted a Rasta dye, and so that's the mesh. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's solid. It's you can't really, obviously you can't see it on the internet, or you can't feel it on the internet, but it's harder than hard mesh, but it's still pliable. So if you move it, it stays. So if you form a good pocket when you're stringing, and that's kind of a sort of a high pocket, a little bit of whip, kind of how he likes it. That'll stay. I mean, that pocket is there. Obviously, you have to string it with a pocket. Just having wax mesh won't give it a pocket. But anyway, that's the mesh. Go make some wax mesh. It's awesome. See ya.
Thank you for watching.